Okay, so here's part two. It's probably going to be a long one too. But for instance, like trying to get out of how I think. That's the whole thing. Thinking like that. It's very exhausting. I'm so used to it. Like, for instance, here's another thing. Situations for like other couples, for instance, guys in particular. God forbid if I ever was in a whole second alone with somebody or cross paths with somebody and I would hear it because I was fucking them. Truth be told, he was fucking their old lady. But, anyways, like, let me tell you an example how I still think like that. Because I would always avoid every little situation of trying to be in, even in the fucking cross paths with anybody. But I was always yelled for him when I come outside, so I knew which direction to run into, which is stupid. But yeah, that's how I really did. But get mad at me for yelling for him. But yeah, I had to. Because I got to figure out which direction I got to walk in. But anyways, this is something that I have a problem with because I went camping with my twin and his uncle and his wife. And like I didn't tell twin this until like days later, but like this is how I felt. This is how like my mind thinks. Nobody knew I was even thinking this. Like didn't nobody thinking what I was thinking, but this is how my mind is. Okay, twin would just walk away, leave his uncle there, you know. I would try to avoid that. So I would catch myself trying to follow twin, but I would be like, no. So I started going towards the water, or I just like stayed away completely, you know, if he wasn't like in the area. But it's like nothing nobody was doing or anything like it. It's just how I think. You know what I'm saying? God forbid that ever a moment like that, like anybody being alone with me for a minute. Because I was accused of fucking them or whatever. That kind of shit drives me nuts. I try so hard to stop thinking like that, but that's how I was so used to thinking. The shit that I was thinking that like what my mind is programmed to think like is crazy. I stressed over stupid shit like that. I stressed over fucking getting up like and thinking to myself like, what kind of day are we gonna have? Are we gonna have a day where he's happy to see me? Or most of the time, it was definitely not happy to see me. My presence, my beautiful face here, was very not wanted. You know, uh, that sucks because that's the one person that was the only adult I was around all day, every single day for years. And, you know, it sucks. Like, the one person you love fucking just cannot stand the presence of you for no reason. Nothing that you've done, nothing I've done, anything. Um, yeah, that definitely. But so yeah, that is definitely something like I try to work on. And then like you know we went bowling the other day because Twin finally got me out of bed up here. He's like, "Come on, we're gonna go bowling, whatever." Because I was definitely not trying to be out of the bed because I've been beating myself up for because I feel useless all over again because I have no car because of my dumbass situation. But anyways, he come up here. He's like, "Come on, we're gonna go, you know, bowling." So okay, so I pushed myself to go. We had fun, like it was definitely fun. But like before we left, he was like he went to go to the gas station with his cousin, and he was like, "But if you want me to stay, I will." So you know, I was like, "Go to the gas station." And then I just not like, explained to him, I was like, I don't want to keep thinking like that. I want to force myself out of thinking like that. So I don't want you to be like, if you feel uncomfortable, no, don't. Don't baby that shit. I'll be fine. Like, I have no reason to worry or think like that anymore. So, that being said, but yeah, that's just how my mind is programmed to think. And it's very shitty that I think like this, that I was having to think like this every single day. Um, I remember, like, when I had this girl that used to live with us, and her old man that used to live there, they had seen actually a lot of it. I don't talk to none of them now, but the girl Melissa, like, that was our friendship was forced on each other because they was there, I was there, so it was like the only female that was at this. That was maybe a year they stayed there But anyways, I remember us having a pool that we had a creek in the backyard, but like we had a pool. We never got to swim in this pool. Never. Never could we swim in this pool. But me and the girl, we would set up the pool, but like I had to like could not be sweaty. I could not be sweaty at all because like if me and her were both sweaty and then like out of breath trying to put this pool up and shit like that, he accused us of fucking each other. So I would go in the house and cool myself off, sit in front of the air conditioner, stupid shit like that. Like that is just outrageous. I literally got accused of fucking everybody. And like now the people that have like listened to my story, a lot of the shit, the people that have been around me are like, oh, it makes sense now, like why she would go in the house all the time when like we pulled up or anything like that. But like it's making sense to a lot of people of like why I did what I did and shit like that because like I'm letting it all out. So like people just never understood. They thought I was just like, and he was telling people I was antisocial and shit like that. It was nothing like that. It was because like I got constantly accused of fucking everybody, female, male, doesn't matter. I literally could not have a friend. The only person I talked to was my mother. That's very sad. But I love my mom. She actually was there the entire time, but she was only there because not only that she loved me, but she was worried. And I done shut everybody else out. I depended on my mom a lot, but I was going to be the death of my mom, where she worried about me so much. And I knew this. And I could not stand it. I cannot. Still to this day, like, I didn't want my mom dying, worrying about if I was going to be okay. So, now I don't think like that, but I definitely hated that I thought like that. I worried every day I was going to lose her, and it was going to be my fault. And I just knew he was going to blame me. One of the next arguments was going to be him blaming me, my mom's dead. And I really couldn't have mentally handled it. If my mom would have died while I was with him, I probably wouldn't have been long after. As bad as that sounds, because I would not have been able to mentally handle it. But I don't think like it no more. But definitely did at one point think like that. Because he would always tell me it's my fault. That's the reason why nobody fucks with me. My own mother don't like fucking with me. My mom fucking me tough, I'm going to tell you. But that nobody wants us. Nobody's going to want to deal with us. That's why we're stuck there, blah, blah, blah. You're lucky I'm even dealing with you kind of shit. And like we never went out and done anything. If we did, it was just me, him, and May May, and we really didn't just do anything. But yeah, we never do anything. Like this was the first year May May has never seen fireworks. The whole 5 years she's been alive has never seen fireworks. She got to see fireworks this year. And I didn't even think about it, but she's really never seen fireworks. Because we never done them and we never went and seen them. Like maybe the boys, my mom would take them to see fireworks, but May May was never allowed to go anywhere. If I wasn't allowed to go, May May didn't go usually. Until close to the end, May May was eventually allowed to go. Like she was able to go to church. So God forbid if I was at the house with no kids and I had to be stuck up his ass. So like, yeah. But yeah, that's why May May is the way she is. That's why she's up my butt all the time, because she was made to be up my butt. And yeah, so yeah, we never done anything. So yeah, and the first time we went bowling, I think it was the first time Mikey's ever went bowling. Peanut's been bowling, but like that was the first time Mikey's ever been bowling. First time May May was ever went bowling. So, and this is definitely another long video, so we're going to have to go part 3.